Almost all of you follow a herd mentality, and you probably don't even know why you don't like me.
So TikTok's donut mum is disgusting and everything is just getting worse. Feeding her kids total garbage all day, every day. An absolutely vile living situation. And throughout all of this, laughing about it on social media, she's got it all. And her latest scandals just keep spiraling downwards. So with everything around her not changing, we really have to ask, how much longer can this all go on? So hello everyone, welcome back. I am Jake Baz, and today we're going to be deep diving into an influencer which I believe has no shame, who is Donut Mum. Alexandra Sabel is an American social media influencer who has been blasted online for months for loads of scandals. Not only for feeding their kids terribly, but also just genuine neglect of the children and animals that live with her, to the recent stuff of SA shouts between her and her current boyfriend. It's so messy. It's a serious talking point, so today we're going to unravel all of the scandals and truly show how her bizarre diet keeps getting worse and that she genuinely needs help. If you enjoy the vid at any point, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you're not. It helps me out a lot and I would love you back for more social media madness. So Alexandra is a Facebook mum and social media influencer on TikTok, and for years they've been doing stuff, but it's only in the past year that it's become a problem, and that is from the initial clip, one where she actually got called the Donut Mum. But you can get a clue of what she's like with her actual bio at the moment, where it says, point of view, you came for one video and stayed for the mess, and that is exactly what you're seeing here. So it's best to show how she actually did get famous, and it was with this terrible video.
Okay.
Yeah, first off, the polystyrene. Why have you got polystyrene plates? One-time use, then throw them in the bin. Throughout this video, all you're going to get is the levels of laziness that she self-proclaims that she's got, and also the stinginess despite her having quite a bit of money, it looks like, showing truly how neglectful she is. Well, I mean, I'm glad she at least put a bit of fruit on there. You know, if all of your kids are going to be having donuts, it's a good chance that you might want to sprinkle a little bit of good with that bad. But seriously, the size of them strawberries as well. You have one of them, you're doubling your size. Like, a hamster would not be able to deal with them. But this is one thing that a lot of people don't get with her on social media. The amount that she talks about how she's struggling for money, and then you see her get stuff like this. I know how bad American grocery prices are. They are bad, but this is not the way that you go about it, is it? It's also for me the fact that they've got literally the exact same portions apart from the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old only gets 3 donuts, but the 4 and the 7-year-old have the same amount of donuts, the same amount of strawberries, and this is a breakfast. Is this meant to be a healthy breakfast? I just can't get the switch up and difference between having 3 strawberries with 3 donuts. It is literally just trying to counteract one with the other, but that's not how health works. But it isn't very nutritious, and it's very grim really for the children. And just sticking onto the type of food that she feeds her kids, because that is the initial problem that did get her famous before all of the other terrible stuff we'll go through. This is not like just a one-off thing. There is so many episodes of this situation where you see the kids getting breakfast and it doesn't look good. Like, so now we got blackberries. That really does make up for the massive amount of fatty donuts that are there. Like, how can anyone say that this is a normal breakfast or a decent breakfast, especially for a child? A 7 and a 4-year-old have got the exact same portion, and a couple of blackberries is not going to outgo the donuts that take up about 5 times the amount of calories. You can see the sugar on them. It's grim, isn't it? If it's from an economical standpoint, why wouldn't you just give the kids toast and then some fruit as well? That would be much cheaper. It's like she's choosing purposely to feed them this dog shit. So they have donuts and a couple of strawberries or blackberries for breakfast, and they have the same portions despite whatever age they are. What a great start, eh? I wonder what the dinner's like. Oh, it's worse. Because as you'll see later in the video, she's a lazy mum that doesn't want to cook. She says that herself. She's actually proud in that fact. So what tends to happen is you get situations like this.
This is my 6-year-old. She got nuggets, fries, and apples, and maybe a toy, or it might be the big bucket, I don't know. But she wanted hers in her Happy Meal box, so I'm gonna give it to her like this. I'm not putting it on a plate because she asked for it like this. So.
How can anyone say that there's malnutrition at foot here? Who would definitely not say that, because they're having a Mackey's? But this is genuinely, like, I'm not even joking, 3 times a week, things like that, 3 or 4 times maybe, that they're having this for lunch, and it is obviously very unhealthy for children, especially as they're growing up, and mainly not economical. So I don't know why she goes on these rants, which we'll cover, where she's saying that, oh, I just can't afford it. You can definitely afford it. You're just choosing to be lazy because you don't have to do anything with them. You could just throw it on there. Like in this one here, you can see that she is proud of the fact that she never cooks.
We got pizza.
And 1 pepperoni.
I mean, at least she's leveled up a little bit and she's using plastic. She's using plastic now instead of actually polystyrene for the plates. Now the plastic is very demure. That looks so much better. Still probably one-time use for her, let's be real.
Wait, which one did I get?
8-year-old's plate, 6-year-old's plate.
Mom, you didn't give me a pepperoni? You said...
And I'm giving her a piece of pepperoni with it because she's complaining to me. And that's what we got for dinner.
One of the things that she does get a lot of stick for is the way that she genuinely doesn't listen to a kid. So at least in this instance, she's listened to a kid by feeding them more shit. And this is just sad to me, really, because obviously, and we're not going to go through all the extensive lists of the amount of food that they're getting, but it is just so much shit that they're being fed. It's not good for their development. The portion sizes are whack. Like, she gets done for not listening to a kid, but at least she listened with that one by giving them an extra slice. And also, mainly, when she brings the pizzas, there's 5 of them there, so there's 3 kids, her and a boyfriend at the time. And why do you need 5 full pizzas for that? How is that economical? How is that good for her? And I mean, diet decisions are one thing, but when it affects children, that's when it starts to go sour. Like, just having a lunch of that and then donuts in the morning with a couple of strawberries, it does not equal out. And as you can see, like in this one here, plate an easy lunch for a loving mum of 3. And it's not coming across as very loving if you will just fail at the first hurdle. Kids are not meant to be easy. Kids are hard to look after, and you're hard to look after as a person as well. You need to make sure that you're giving that. But every video that she does is, oh, plating a lazy dinner with me, plating an easy lunch, easy breakfast. It's just like, put some effort in, and you'll see with all of the disgusting stuff that's to come just how little effort she puts in. And despite all the backlash, it genuinely just keeps getting worse. There's a lot to come on hygiene, but just an intro to sort of the hygiene and stuff that they do. As she says, she's lazy, she can't be arsed of it, and well, she's packing a school lunch for her children, and she decides to drop mouldy strawberries in there.
So I've been getting some comments and questions in my lives asking me if I would do pack my kids lunch videos, and I thought, why not? I do it every day anyway, so why not record it? So I decided to do something a little different, and we're gonna pack my baby's lunches with me.
Like, genuinely, with this sort of stuff, how do you not remotely notice it? As we'll see, she lives in a terrible dump, so I imagine there's going to be every single bit of germs flying around there under the sun. But how is this going to be a good thing for a child? Lunchables and then a load of mouldy strawberries. Like, I don't know if I'm just being horrible here, but I'm sure before you eat anything, you will check and see if there's anything wrong with it, or you wouldn't give it to someone. So why is she just throwing this stuff in for the kids? Like, yeah, whatever. How mentally lazy do you have to be to have something like that happen? But I think it's safe to say that I'm probably not going round their gaff for a nice meal. But of course, she even responded to this.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to go to bed, but let's go check. It was in the 6-year-old lunchbox, right? No mold. A little squishy, so I might not give her that one, but no mold, no mold, no mold, no mold, no mold, no mold.
Wow, we got a fresh strawberry unboxing for our treats. But I love how she tried to prove us wrong, and then she just goes and proves everyone else right. Say that there's no mold and one that very visibly does have mold, and then say one's squishy, so I'm not going to give him it. Yeah, the one with mold on as well. Like, I don't know if she believes that everyone on the internet is stupid, or she's the stupid one. But it's horrible, and if you have that lack of thought around something that is as close to you and as important to to you as a child, imagine what everything else around you is going to be like, and well, you'll see that.
Y'all see what you want to see.
You'll see what you want to see. Yeah, I'll see what I see through your camera. I think that might be the best bet. She does try to be a bit of a supervillain at points. Because as well, following on with all of the stuff that you've seen so far, she's even got roaches in the gaff all the time.
Accidentally shows a roach and another roach.
I like this bit is purposely not to dog on her because I know that in America, especially in some very hot areas like I think Florida, there is quite a bad cockroach problem, but it's also the disgusting nature of everything around her that just spawns this sort of stuff. It allows things like this to happen. If you live in a tip, you end up getting stuff like that, and then no wonder there's moldy strawberries because she just got shit everywhere. And at this point, if you don't believe that the food's bad and that it happens all the time, let me just give you this quickly.
We got pizza. We got pizza. We got pizza. And wings. We got pizza. Kids don't get pizza very often, so figured I'd do a fun treat and give them some pizza.
Fun little treat, yeah. Only a couple of times a week. I'm sure that's nothing. It's just really sad for the actual kids that have to live in this dynamic. It must be genuine torture at some point when it's just being fed shit every single day. This can lead to so many problems with like obesity and all of the other sort of health issues that get complicated into that. And it all comes down to the point where she says that it's just because she's lazy. But don't worry, of course, we've only scratched the surface of how terrible she can get. But quickly, her response to it all, because obviously with the amount of food that is being given to them that is just really unhealthy, and it comes down to her laziness, nothing else, she started to get a lot of backlash, and people were asking, is this actually rage bait in itself? Because the way that she just said stuff, it comes across as it, doesn't it? Like, this is clearly ridiculous. How would anyone think that's how they should feed their children? And well, her response sheds absolutely zero light into it, I'll be honest with you.
No, Lindsay, it's not for views. I sure did feed my 1-year-old pizza rolls, fries, and green beans for lunch. I sure did. You know why? Because I'm low income. I don't have a lot of money.
What sort of excuse is that? Because the sort of stuff that she's feeding them, especially with the forms of takeaways, is something that is more expensive than being on something that is low income. Has she just not planned to have kids and it's just turned out like this and now she has to deal with it in the laziest way that she can? I don't get it. But feeding a 1-year-old stuff like that is actually really bad, a form of neglect, and it's terrible to see.
I don't have a lot of money. I get groceries when I have money, and when they run out of fresh fruit, that's what they get. When they run out of meat for me to cook, that's what they get.
I just feel like it's a lie because she says that she doesn't like cooking, so why would she say it like that? It's a lot of chat for absolutely no action in it. But it's great that her excuse for all of this is that she's on low income, and because she's on low income, she might run out of stuff, so she just has to go and buy takeaways for them. Especially if they're 1-year-old and they've just come off of baby food.
The stuff that's in the freezer that they haven't ate all month. I actually have a grocery pickup, and on my grocery pickup today, I'm going to be getting chicken nuggets. And guess what I'm going to feed her for lunch tomorrow? Chicken nuggets. Maybe with a side of fruit. Or maybe with a side of candy, because she's my kid and I'll do what I want to.
She's my kid and I'll do what I want to. It looks like rage bait, but I genuinely don't think it is. Just imagine feeding a 1-year-old baby that's just got onto solids a load of chicken nuggets, sweets, and maybe 1 strawberry. Like, I don't know if this is how she's just used to herself feeding herself, but it's absolutely incomprehensible how stupid it all sounds and the way that she goes about it as well. Because how could she have no accountability for the actions like this?
Come back tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow. She just feeds on the haters because it ends up feeding her. Because, yeah, she's low income, but she's got one video, for example, on 92 million views on TikTok that is over a minute long. That does not give I am getting no income. And even, like, all of the stuff that she gets, she does get quite a lot of views. And I know TikTok doesn't translate very well to actual monetary gain, but well enough when you've got all these other side bits as as well that we'll go through. And to say how she's struggling because she is low income, she somehow manages to say that she has a bit of a shopping problem.
I have like a shopping addiction.
Great, so you're a shopaholic, you love going out and doing stuff, and that's fine, and that's fair enough, but if you're on low income and you're struggling to actually feed your kids proper meals, why would you then go out and spend so much money on certain stuff for yourself? It comes across as really selfish, especially when your kids, as they get older, they will realise and understand that this is a terrible thing, and they're gaining loads of weight from loads of disgusting calories that in the future could really hurt them. Life's all about moderation, and you don't have to be going out and having 5 takeaways a week. It's just going to kill you. But to be fair to her, she does have a lot of Temu hauls, and there's genuinely tens upon tens upon tens of all of these that all have their own codes. Like with this one, to use her code so that you can get money off of your items from Temu. It's a really good, mutually beneficial place, isn't it? She turns into a TikTok shopper. She shows you what to do and tells you how you could get money off, and then she gets a bit in her pocket. Once again, nothing wrong with the actual premise of treating yourself, looking after yourself, but surely when you have 3 children, you have to understand and prioritize them first, because otherwise you're neglecting them when you're going out and spending hundreds on loads of shopping hauls, loads of different new clothes. It comes across as very, very inconsiderate, doesn't it? As she says, she's low income, she struggles, but then as you can see, she's tried to finance absolutely everything she can, because if you go onto her beacons, you'll see all her wish list, her exclusive Thrive Market, loads of different Infinity Hoop Plus, something that she's been pushing herself the past couple of days as a fitness thing. And to be honest, the last thing that I'm getting from them is fitness. It's just all a monetization campaign. So is she using some of this stuff as rage bait? Maybe, but it doesn't explain everything else that is around her. But yeah, I guess keep shilling this glorified shake weight. I'm sure that everyone else is going to end up buying one. But she truly can't grasp the actual entirety of her situation. Like with this, when the entire internet is obsessed with me, but I'm just dancing on my chair. I'm just living my life, and all of the internet is just chatting shit, and there is no need for them to be doing it. Well, maybe when all of your arguments come onto literal tone deafness, that's when we start to interject and think, well, there's a bit of a difference here. Because one of the things which I've not really gone over up until now is going to be the actual state of her house, which is another form of neglect for not only the children, but also the pets that are living in there. One that also truly shows how lazy and disgusting she can be as a person. First off, with her laziness comes cleanliness becoming an issue, such as here, where she has literal mites crawling everywhere.
Alex, a ball exposed. She has bugs crawling around all on her bed. She posted clean dishes, but maggots were crawling on the forks. No more, at least she's feeding them excuses.
The thing for me with all of this is you decide and you choose to show what you show on the internet. And what she is showing is just crawling out into the background. Like if I was sat here and you saw a load of mites just crawl across this beautiful chapel, you would be very confused, wouldn't you? And you'd think, fucking hell, he must live in a tip. And that's obviously what everyone else is thinking about this. It's not only a grim situation for her to be living in just the disgust and mess, it's also to do with the children and the animals, because how are they living in that as well? But don't worry, it gets way worse, because after some back and forth, Maria Monet, another TikToker, ended up interviewing her on TikTok Live and showed the state of the house, and it really looks terrible. Like, just look at this living room here.
Okay, that's my dog.
Okay.
This is my living room.
Okay. Okay. This is your authentic living room.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I didn't clean it all today. I wanted you to see what it looks like on a daily basis.
Yeah, no. Can we get a little close up? See, I just want to see, what's hanging around. Okay.
Like, seriously, are you for real? That's my dog. Yeah, the dog's the least worries that we see in this room here. I mean, at least she managed to get a Labubu for the child. That's a really good sentiment, innit? But genuinely, it's just a total mess, and it's so disgusting. And how can she be bringing this onto the internet saying, oh yeah, I haven't cleaned, I wanted to show the true self? Yeah, you've shown your true self anyway. You're only doubling down on it. How does someone not have shame for showing this situation? And it can only make me feel so sorry for the kids and the animals that are living in this situation.
See, I just wanted to see, what's hanging around, okay? Lots of, is those Amazon packages and toys?
Yep, toys, packages. My couch has kind of become the catch-all most of the time. So, bunch of shoes that don't get put up.
Okay. Have you thought about maybe like getting something to put them, or it's just easier for you guys to find, like, if they're just thrown around? Some people are like that.
No, I have something right there. They just always get thrown off. I have a 3-year-old. She likes to play with shoes and try everyone's shoes on.
Well, she likes to try the shoes on, maybe put the shoes back. It's just, I can't wrap my head around it, really. Just the absolute disgust. It's just so cluttered. Why have they got everything in there, and how do they even live? Like, how are you watching the TV when the sofa is just full of shit? Like, there is no way that you can even get near it. And also, yeah, I've got something there. There are way too many shoes there. I can't believe that she's managed blaming that on the 3-year-old. It's definitely not the 3-year-old's fault. It's the lazy person who refuses to put them all back.
Put them up at the end of the day, but she always takes them out, so.
And then, how many kids you got live in there?
3.
3. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate. Let me get a close up of that couch. I just wanna. Okay. Now, what you got over here? Is it boxes, toys?
Yeah, it's like Hello Kitty stuff. I have a lot of Hello Kitty stuff.
Well, I'm glad she's found a good place to put all of her Hello Kitty stuff. But it's just all so disgusting, and it's all so wrong. The fact that she can believe that she can live in this mess and it just be a decent life and a normal thing to do it's squalor. It genuinely looks like a tip. How does she not have shame for it? There is just so much clutter. How is anyone even living in this? And like you saw the dog running across, it's just, they're used to it. It's normal. This is not a normal situation. This needs intervention. This needs help. It's looking like a hoarder's room. But of course, it's not hoarding. It's just the way that she's acting. She just refuses to sort anything out in her life because she's getting money online. So that's all you need, really. And she's even said in multiple videos that it's just clutter. It's just clutter. It's not actually untidy. And I've got news for you. She also posted this cute clip when he's taking care of the pets and the kids about her current boyfriend that she has, showing how good they are together, clearly. Well, I'm glad he is, because if he's taking care of them, you're definitely not, are you? But as I said, the mess is not the only problem with her, and it's also to do with the way that she treats her children, which really does add fuel to the flames and makes me so enraged. Because here she's talking about how she pops her daughter, if you know what I mean.
So, in what situation would you hit her hand?
When she pushes her sister, when she hits her sister, when she hits her brother, yeah, when she snatches toys away, stuff like that. I mean, for most things that she does, like mouthing off of this, that, and the fourth, we go with the corner first, but we pop her hand when she does something like physically.
I thought from someone who was born in 1997, as per her bio, that you would at that age understand that that is not something to do. In no case, in no way possible should you ever lay a hand on a child, because it is just the worst thing that you can do. We're not in the 1950s anymore, where it was seen as like hard labour in looking after yourself and really teaching them a lesson. It does the exact opposite. Actually, it makes you resent that person, and it also makes them act out more. It's definitely not a good thing to do. It's criminal. And whether or not it's just a little slap on the hand or anything like that, just there's no need, is there? There's no excuse, and she's just putting it out there like everyone does it. No one does that anymore, merely because it's illegal.
All right. Anything that you want to add?
I know my food.
What? You can have dessert after your food settles. Let me finish this, please.
Mommy, I know my food.
You're lucky you're getting dessert after telling people that I hit you in the face.
What a disgusting way to act to your child as well, straight after saying that. It just proves that she doesn't give a shit and she is horrible. You are just reading like a total microaggression. Like, you've gone and said this and it's not true. To be honest, if she's so happy and open to mention that that's the thing and that happened, it probably isn't it. Or maybe your child's having that much torment done to them by you that you have really brought into this that they need help themselves, and they're saying that. It's just disgusting. And like I said, you can show a certain side to yourself on the internet, and I think that she is still hiding some stuff, and I don't know how deep this goes, but what I do know is that it's terrible. And what also is this situation that she's got on currently with her boyfriend, because her and her boyfriend that might not be a boyfriend, they had a bit of a dodgy breakup, and what ended up happening is that they both started accusing each other of SAing their daughter, which is just horrible.
In this next part of my interview with Donut Mom, she addresses CPS cases that her current boyfriend had put against her when they were separated. Here's the clip.
Actually publicly said that he accused me of this. He accused me of assaulting my daughter.
Girl, this man accused you of sting your daughter to be petty, and you are with him now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really need therapy very bad.
Absolutely mental, isn't it? How could that even be a thing? How could you go back to someone that has accused you of doing something that bad to the point where the CPS have come to your door and might take your kids away because of it? He's obviously lied out of pettiness, and it shows his character, but it also shows her character to think, all right, yeah, it's just a normal argument, normal conversation. Let's get back to the topic in hand. Like, how can you be with someone that would accuse you of that once? It doesn't matter, whatever. It shows what they are, and you run off. How has she got through this?
What exactly did he say to them?
That our then 3-year-old went to his house for a visit and made a motion with his fingers and said that I did that to Brooklyn, like opening her. And he also said that she had a cigarette burn on her ankle. She had, on the back of her ankle, she had a, what's it called? When you get a new pair of shoes,
yeah,
and they rub up, she had that because I had bought her a new pair of shoes, and he said it was a cigarette burn.
Honestly, at this point, I really don't have any words for how terrible this whole situation is. And of course, we're not even through it all yet. Genuinely though, how do people find these people, and how do these people end up interacting and then still stay together after something like that? We do need to still hit her on all of the maltreatment that you've already seen, but I just can't get over that fact. It's just grim, innit?
When this happened, what was going through your mind, and how do you get to the level of forgiving him to be with him again? Because that's such a serious accusation.
He apologized.
Girl, he said, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. He said he's sorry, so that's fine. We'll just ignore that entire thing which nearly ruined your whole family, you know? How could you be so nonchalant with it? I just don't get the way that she acts in that situation at all. If I was in any form of situation that was even close to that, I'd have ran for the hills and I'd have got the police straight away. But instead, he's apologised. All right, let's get back together. Showing once again her true character and her true laziness, and there's plenty more here. Despite everyone talking about the squalor that she lives in, that she definitely does live in, she came out and she explained around her situation that at least the animals are okay.
The bunny's cage looks more organized than the rest of the house, so shout out to the bunnies.
We take care of our animals. Their cage gets cleaned every day. So at the end of every day, I clean their cage.
Okay, that's really good. At least you clean the animal's cage. That's important.
Is it just me, or does that stink like a total lie? Yeah, it did look clean. It looked cleaner than the actual house, but every single day, how have you lived in this living room with all of this clutter and you're fine with it, all of this disgusting, unhygienic environments, and you're fine for that with not only you, but your partner at the time, and then also 3 kids, but then when it comes to the bunnies, oh no, they've got to be cleaned every single day. I just don't think she's telling the actual truth there, to be honest, because how can that even make sense? If it does, it shows that she cares more about her animals than she does her children, which is a very bad indictment on herself, innit? And shows even more why she needs serious help. So she might be terrible with all of her family, but at least she's pretty good with the animals, right? Even though the dog's living in squalor. Well, a TikToker came out and kind of, disseminated that.
Donut Mom, aka Alex, posted a very concerning video, and we need to address this. Alex posted a video of her in her bedroom, and in her bedroom with her is her rabbit or her bunny. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Now, having pets is not the issue. The environment is the issue. There's literally bugs crawling all over Alex's bed. And what really got me is the rabbit or bunny droppings all over the bedroom.
Like, yeah, it gets clean because all of the droppings just go everywhere around the room. It's grim, innit? Don't really need to clean a cage of shit if you just leave it on the floor. I just can't. At this point, I just can't with her. I don't understand what type of mental gymnastics she's doing in her own head to get to the conclusions that she's coming to. Because it's not only her living room that is in squalor, as well as her bedroom with all the flies, fleas, everything that you can imagine. It's also the state of her kitchen that really does explain why she was using plastics, one-time use, throw them out.
Right. And I have dirty dishes, of course.
Can I see the dirty dishes real quick? I just want to. All right. How many days worth of dishes is that?
2.
2 days. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pots and pans and stuff. Now, nobody in the house helps you? Like, if they see there's a bunch of dishes, no one offers to do them?
No, not really. My boyfriend will every once in a while load the dishwasher, but most of the time it's me.
Maybe you should talk about that between each other and actually, sort it out. Because I'm not going to lie, I can't believe that situation. This is not a workspace. This is not something that anyone can live with. It is literally just a load of shit piled on top of each other. It's going nowhere. Like, there's no way of cleaning that. There's no way of making it look better. It's just all needs throwing in the bin. It's all going to be getting moldy and disgusting and decrepit. And this is a normal situation that she's living in, and it's what all her kids have to live in too. How do you even do this?
How does it get that bad? Like, do you have like a mental condition that like makes you not want to do them?
Yeah, I have several diagnosed mental health issues that I'm on medication for. I'm still trying to get the right medication for it.
Okay.
But I have depression, I have OCD, ADD, and PTSD.
Now, I'm really sorry that she does have to deal with all of them altogether, but specifically with OCD, how is that working together? That's not really giving OCD, is it? But all of the other things I understand, and it can make life hell. The other way that you can bring yourself out of them problems, like I have ADHD, depression, anxiety, is by doing it yourself, understanding yourself, and moving on, and trying to be a better person. And it's clearly something where she's just dropped the ball, and that's very evident.
So I'm trying to get the right medication that'll cover all of them, because I don't want to be on 10 medications.
Okay.
I actually just went to the doctor yesterday and got my depression medicine up, so I'm hoping that'll help.
And do you plan to clean them today, or maybe a couple more days until it gets really bad?
No, yeah, I plan to clean up today. I was gonna do dishes today, and then I remembered the call, and I didn't want to look like, I was cleaning up for the call or anything like that, because that's what everyone said I would do.
Listen, authenticity is the best thing to have.
And I mean, it is. Authenticity is the best thing to have here, but why doesn't she have shame for it? It's not really a good place to be, is it? It's an absolute mess, and it looks terrible. And how is nobody intervening at this point? Truthfully, she does need serious help. And how does she get that? She goes out and she gets it herself. But she's just deciding to live with this and just accept that this is fine. It's disgusting, it's real unhealthy for everyone involved. It's not a place that anyone wants to be in. It's clearly squalor, it's clearly disgusting. And the worst thing from her is that following the backlash from this stuff, she comes out and she says it isn't filthy.
I keep saying my house is filthy because of a video someone edited about me, because of a hate page that made videos about me. My house is normal, and I will show it to you. This is my living room. A normal mess. I have dog toys and kids stuff right there. My kitchen.
Like, yeah, it's in a much better place than what we've just seen it on there, but it's still not good. Like, this is not clutter, this is just a load of stuff that needs putting away. How could you even suggest that it's clutter? It's not just clutter, is it? There's a bin blocking the middle. That's the clutter. That's what's making it hard for you to move around in the place.
That's it. Clutter. No, I don't have maggots. These are all clean dishes. These are the dirty dishes. Those are all clean dishes. These are all clean dishes. Clutter, not filth. Clutter. Look, my stove's clean.
I'm not sure if you're bragging about a stove there for a reason, but it doesn't look very clean. It looks like it's had quite a few times too many being left without being cleaned, if I'm honest. No amount of that's going to get away from the skid stains that you're seeing all over it. But like, even with all of the stuff, like everything's clean in the dishwasher. Yeah, I f***ing hope so. But even with that, they're still all in there. Like, move them around. Like, how do you not have enough room?
Clutter. Clutter. Clean room. Has toys in it. This is my youngest daughter's room. This is my 6-year-old's room.
Like, to be fair, the kids are in a decent place with it actually looking like a decent home, but it still looks grim. Like, it still looks like there's marks on the floor. It still looks like there's streaks everywhere. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. And that comes down to her. It doesn't come down to the kids. It comes down to her. And she won't sort that, will she?
My 8-year-old's room. Normal kid mess. 1 bathroom. And my room. With my bunnies that you guys all complain about. And yes, they do poop on the floor, and yes, it gets cleaned up every single day.
I just don't believe that it gets cleaned up every single day. The thing is as well, with house rabbits, you can train them to go to the toilet in certain areas, so why is she not trained them to do that? Like, you're creating yourself 20 times the amount of mess by just living in this squalor. But I just find it all so baffling. You just let your rabbits free roam and shit everywhere and you're fine with it and you want them to do that. Like, I don't get that. That doesn't make it look like you've been cleaning really well. And like she said on the actual live stream, she didn't want to make the impression that she's been cleaning just for it, but in that video it looks like she's been cleaning just for it, and still it looks like it's very rough around the edges. I just feel like she's hiding something, but I don't know how to get to it. But what I hate with all of it, like with that, she was proving, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, nobody has to worry about it, it's fine, and it's clearly not fine, is it? But she plays into it. She says she's messy, she says that she's lazy, she says she can't get things done. So you're making it worse for yourself. For you just accepting that you're doing that is only going to cause more problems in your life. And she is genuinely totally delusional, like here where she's clapping back to the haters.
I don't even have time to reply to all the comments of all the keyboard warriors on TikTok, so I thought I'd make a video real quick. No, most of you wouldn't say what you say to my face, and that's not a threat, that's me telling you that almost all of you follow a herd mentality, and you probably don't even know why you don't like me. I feed my kids normal food. You saw a donut video or a marshmallow video and saw the comments bashing me, and you followed the herd.
I don't think I did follow the herd. I think I've seen absolutely everything that I need to see there to show that you are definitely in trouble here. You said you pop your kids in certain ways sometimes. You said that you live in such a perfect environment, which is clearly rotting at the seams. I've seen and shown so many videos here that you could get the idea of that, right? You know full well that she's just chatting shit here. It's not herd mentality at all. The thing with her here is that she just thinks that she's living her own life. She's used to her normal, so any idea of anyone saying no, this is not normal, it goes against her thoughts, and that's where it interjects and gets really sour.
That's literally all you guys are, sheep. You don't like me because other people don't like me. I haven't ever done anything to any of you. Personally, I'm not mean. I don't hurt my kids.
Am I hearing what you're hearing? Because I'm sure she just said she doesn't hurt her kids, but she has admitted to doing so on live, right? So we're all sheep for believing exactly what she said verbatim. Right, I get it. We just all need to pack up and leave because we're all in the wrong here and we should listen to her.
My babies are happy. They're fed. They're loved. They're taken care of. I spend money that you guys can't spend most of the time because a lot of my comments say, if I just had even half of the money you spend, take that up with your job, bestie, not me. It's not my fault you make what you make.
So she's gone from using the excuse of, well, I'm on a low income, so I can't afford to feed my kids properly, to now just getting a load of takeaways and saying, well, it's your fault that you're broke. It's entirely your fault. You're broke, I'm not. So, yeah, you just have to deal with that, sweetie. Maybe everyone should get a job from being a terrible parent on TikTok Live, and then we'd all be happy and getting loads of money. It just stinks of entitlement, really.
I am truly sorry if you are struggling and my video upsets you in any way. But I have not done anything to any of you personally, so no. Most of you wouldn't say it to my face. In fact, most of you would probably act like you loved my videos if you caught me in person, because I'm not a rude person. I'm a very nice person, and there's literally no reason to not like me other than you're following a couple people who don't like how I feed my kids.
Right, okay, I don't believe that at all. There's so many clips of her just being rude to her own children, so I don't believe that she's really nice in person. But just because she's not done anything to us as well, why does does that mean that we can't comment on it? She's using it as a get out clause, as if like everyone in the world, if we just stopped caring about other people, would be fine. Like, why are you having a go at me drink driving? I didn't drive over you, did I? Well, you did cause harm to that person. Oh, well, it's not about you, is it? How is that going to solve anything? It doesn't.
Or you don't like that I spend my money because you can't. And I'm sorry that you can't. But you need to take that up with your job.
I'm sorry you can't make as much money as me. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? It's just terrible that we have to live these lives knowing that they're making 5 times the amount of us. It's coming across as so massively entitled for someone that only became famous because of how grim their situation was.
It's not my fault you make the money you make. It's not my fault that you guys are struggling. And that's not me saying I'm not sympathetic, because I am, and I've been there. But you can't blame other people because you struggle. When I struggled, I never blamed anyone, and I never talked bad about anyone for spending their own money. Jealousy is just not good for you. You can be happy for other people and still struggle and still feel bad for yourself. Have an amazing day.
So there we go, really. It's our fault for having problems with her because no one else has problems with other people. Despite her playing into it the entire time and also just making her entire thing about how lazy she is. That's still a problem that you have that you refuse to sort. And also, just the entitlement of it all stinks. I've got, and I've hoped that you've got throughout this entire video, all of the scandalous ways that she tries to explain her way out of things. It's never her fault. You shouldn't have a problem and you shouldn't have any faults to see with what she's doing because she's living her life. She's spending her money on what she wants. So just ignore the fact that her kids are probably getting neglected. An allegation really from me, but it is an allegation which I can prove by looking at all of this stuff that it just doesn't look right. But how could you come across as genuinely such a terrible mum on the internet for so long and then try and play the pity card over it? I don't get it at all. Her head's got a screw loose. And it definitely does from this one here. Sometimes I feel like we're in a simulation and controlled by someone like in a video game. When we fail or go through hard times, it's the user entertaining themselves. So her hard times are being caused by just someone simulating it. So when her husband accused her of SAing her own child, that was just a bit of fun, really. And that's why she got back with him, because, well, it's just a bit of fun. Everyone does that in their own day. It's just normal. But I tell you what isn't normal, Donut Mum. She stinks. I'm sure there's a certain reek coming off of her whenever you go round. I'm sure you could smell her from a block away because it's so unsanitary and it's such an unhygienic place to be living in. I genuinely think there needs to be some massive intervention with her because it's only going one way in it. It's only going to get worse over time and it needs to be checked. She not only feeds her kids every single day, which is really bad for them, but then she also goes and grandstands about it as well. Like, there is no problem to be had with it, and there definitely is. It's so unhealthy. Those kids are going to grow up and have ramifications from that for the rest of their life if it goes on, and you're doing it because you find it easier, not because it's the best thing for your children. And even if it is the best thing for your children, you don't care, because you'll still bop her on hand if there's any problems, because that's the best way to teach them, right? Of course not. I think she's disgusting and I think she needs to stop. If you enjoyed the vid at any point, once again, please hit the like button and subscribe. But for now, I've been Jake Baz and I'll see you all later. Take care.